What is going on, y'all? We are back. Today we have my week one predictions, my score predictions and picks. Last week we went 4 for 1. We got four right, one wrong, which means we are sitting at 4-1 and 80% on the year. This will update every single week. So let's get right into it. We have tonight's game, the Gators versus the Utes, and this is a really hot one to start it off because I have the Gators winning this one in a big game that's going to come down to the wire, 27-24. Especially now with the news that Cam Rising will not go against the Gators. It is now, he is just, everything that he does just embodies Utah. I mean, when you see everything really about him just embodies that entire Utah team, the entire program, and it's just it's a really tough loss for them, and so um, it's gonna be tough without what's his name without Rising, and I think it's the X factor in this game. It's gonna be Graham Mertz for the Gators. All right, so as long as he can manage the game well enough, I think Florida can win this game. As long as he, let me put it this way. I think that the only person that can lose the game for Florida is Graham Mertz. So, yeah, with that being said, I have Florida beating the Utes. Uh, on the road at Utah, a very tough place to play, but I think they can get it done. I really do. Next game up, we have Michigan versus East Carolina. I think ECU will get a touchdown maybe in the second quarter and then get a garbage time tutty against the Michigan backups, but Michigan's going to smack them. Not really much to say about this one. Michigan is going to destroy East Carolina. Next up, we have another SEC Power 5 out of conference. Tennessee versus Virginia. And I have the Vols winning this one by 32. Covering the spread, winning 42-10. This is going to be the first true test. I mean, Milton beat Clemson. But a lot of those guys, the starters for Clemson, didn't play in that game because of it was just a bowl game, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, this is at Nissan Stadium. That is where the Tennessee Titans play. Last year, I don't remember where this was played. This was played last year, I'm pretty sure. That was Pitt, I think, actually. So, yeah, it's played at Nissan Stadium, pretty much Tennessee home game. There's not 100,000 fans like there would be if it was at Neyland, but it's still going to be big. So, yeah, Tennessee's going to win this one. Next up, we have Colorado versus TCU, and I'm giving the edge in this one to Colorado. Sorry, to TCU. Whoa. It's going to be a rude awakening into Power 5 real college football for a lot of these Jackson State players and what's his face, Dion. So yeah, TCU wins that one big. Next up here, same as Michigan, not really much to say as it is with a lot of these games this week. There's not really much to say because they're pretty much a lot of them are going to be blowouts. So yeah, Oklahoma's going to smack them. This one here, I feel like Iowa always has this type of game. It's a home game in the early weeks of the season. and they always disappoint. Always. You need to score more against Iowa. So, yes. Yeah. Blowout. I think Ohio State can win this one, but it'll be pretty big. Yes. Okay. It'll be a pretty huge win for the Buckeyes in this game. I mean, they're just playing Indiana, so Indiana's the worst team in the Big Ten by 4. Next up, we have this one. This one is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. I still have Washington inside my top 10, obviously. But, I think Washington can get it done. It won't look pretty, but they'll get it done. And this one here, this is where I start to lose probably a lot of folks. Rice has JT now, JT Daniels. They're not, other than that, they're terrible. But I see Texas looking over this Rice team, just pushing them aside, because next week they play Alabama. So I see them pushing Rice aside and just saying, oh, we got to worry about Alabama, when really, got to worry about the week you're on, buddy. Horns down all day. Blowout. They're playing Tennessee State University. Might have a little drop off than they usually would, because just got back from Ireland the other day. Jet lag and, practice. They probably missed a few practices, but you're playing Tennessee State. It's nothing to worry about. You're probably not going to drop a 50 piece on them, but, it's all good. You'll start the season 2-0. Next up, same deal here. Wisconsin offense, awesome. Wisconsin defense, kind of mid. So, yeah, I see Buffalo getting probably 17 points on them. But it will never be in question. Same as well goes for this game. Georgia, UT Martin, going to be a blowout. Not going to be close the whole night. I'm going to this game, so, better not lose, dogs. Let's go, baby. USC, the defense stinks. They moved in my rankings down just 1 because you can't really do a lot of moving. You can't move them down 5 spots, but, they're going to drop a 70 piece. Their offense is so good. They're not even D1, I don't think, so we don't even need to talk about that. Same with this. It's Alabama versus Middle Tennessee. What, Middle Tennessee is going to win? Hell no. Next up, we have Penn State versus West Virginia. Same deal here. West Virginia stinks. Penn State's great, so. And here we get into the juicy ones. The ones where, actually, a lot of people get mad at this one, actually. North Carolina defense is so many question marks. The offense is awesome. The quarterback's great. But I just see Rattler and Juice Wells and that whole offense, Beamer Ball. It's going to be a little bit too much for UNC. Here, South Alabama versus Tulane. I see South Alabama giving Tulane some trouble here early on. Maybe even bumping them out of the rankings in the next week. But I see Tulane still coming out on top against the Jags. Here we got this one. It's Oregon State, dude. They're not an amazing team. Top 25. They got DJ Ugabadagi. But they got so yeah, I see them coming out on top. San Jose State's just not a great team. You saw that last week against USC. And this is the big one. My official game of the week. LSU versus Florida State, the Cinnamon Rolls. And I see LSU blowing them out of the water. It's just LSU plays in the SEC, and they had a better record than Florida State last year. Florida State played one hard team all year. All right. LSU played against Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, all in 1 year. And still had a better record than Florida State. So, I think they did. They might have had the same one. But, yeah, LSU is going to kill Florida State. Last game of the week, I don't see what the hype is around Duke football, but Duke football stinks. Duke football is terrible. Go watch a basketball game if you go to Duke. You don't need to watch the football games. Your team sucks. So, yeah, Clemson by a lot. That was my game predictions. It was quick this week. There was a lot of bum matchups, but thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a great weekend watching the games. Great night tonight watching Florida. Good night, y'all. Peace.